Good evening, internet users. I'm your host, Psychotica, and welcome back to the Tchavda podcast. I'm here with...
Inaud1ble.
Yeah, we're
Inaud1ble. So, how are you guys doing today?
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Excited for the podcast.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Before we actually came here, me and Moni had to wait like about 30 minutes at the front of Steph's door, and he was just sleeping. So
Okay, look, I forgot. I have to... I watched Beetlejuice until 4 a.m. and just went to sleep and totally forgot I have to be somewhere at a time I usually sleep. And they just... I just wake up at really low... Steph!
Yeah, and then I always have a Nation Army on his doorbell.
The window. I just climbed at the window and I was like, Steph!
But
Steph!
I still didn't hear him. Didn't even...
That's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Didn't you see I was sleeping?
No, I didn't actually climb. I was just like...
Well, you could have checked.
And
They thought since Evil wasn't coming, I just bailed on them and was ghosting them.
Yeah.
But I was just
He
sleeping. I was just sleeping.
Well, I was hoping he. Never mind. So basically, what I saw was like a little hand, opening the blinds and like Steph like this, and he just like undid the blind, closed the window on me, and like 3 minutes later the door opens finally, and we go inside and Steph is like, and just crashes on his bed for another 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
They woke me up and 2 days. So yesterday there were people sleeping at my house and we got drunk. The day before that there were people at my house and we got drunk. And
Wow.
there was potential for today, not today, yesterday to be once again people at my house with alcohol.
It's
And
pretty bad.
it was
The
it
thing
was
about
chaos.
like Steph's house is that like everybody goes there almost.
Yeah, it's like our
'cause
spot.
I live
It's
Yeah.
like the spot.
because I live on the first floor at a building that's exactly on Boulevard Vasilevsky.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, when you go out of where you were waiting for us, you just walk downwards for like 1 minute, and you're there.
Yeah,
and I live
yeah.
on the first floor, so you can sit on the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just
That's
just
a pretty
climb
nice
up.
location, actually.
we just break into
Yeah,
his house
and that's
occasionally.
why there are people at my house
Yeah,
all the
always.
time.
Yeah, it's basically like the inaudible spot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but then also everybody who's ever interacted with Inaud1ble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically,
I mean, there are people who have come to my house and like, I meet them and learn their name on the front
For the first
at
time.
my door. Yeah, I see them for the first time and we and they just come into my house.
there's interactions where he's not even in the house when the
Yeah,
people are in the
that
house.
happened recently.
Like
Yeah,
That is
Like, I'm like 2 days
scary.
ago.
he's just like, for example, like the day before yesterday, Moni and another person were in his house while he was hanging out with his dad, and they were waiting.
The other person's Neji. He's already
yeah.
been
He's
talked
not
Right.
so
Oh, Neji,
underground.
He's
Right, I know
already
Neji,
been
yeah.
talked about in this podcast.
Yeah, right. So Neji and Moni were just waiting for Steph while he was hanging out with his dad, and they were in the house.
And
Yeah.
and then I came and Tutsi was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my sister.
Not biological.
It's
Just
it's
sister.
a
Yeah.
just
She
Yeah.
cooks
sister.
for us. She's like the maid of the house, and
Yeah, she
So-
goes, she cooks for him, she cleans,
and then she goes.
and then
over.
she...
She's
Yeah,
like
she-
she's like
Yeah.
the candy
No,
ghost.
look, we've
Yeah,
just been through a lot, so she's like my sister, but so we just say we're brother and sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Technically,
me and
we
Steph
are
are really close friends
unbiological.
with her.
Yeah.
And yeah, she just comes to my house often and cooks and
Yeah.
and hang
mean-
out for a while and then leaves.
Yeah, she's a nice person.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
and
nice.
that's why I eat something. Otherwise, I live off cornflakes, which Oti, I don't know if you know Oti, he took my cornflakes, he took all of my milk, put it in a large salad bowl, and mixed them up. Then took vodka,
Oh,
put it
no.
in there. Then took Monster, put it in there. Then took beer, put it in there.
That
Then
sounds
took
disgusting.
another type of Monster, also put it in there, and that's the serial killer. We called it the serial killer. No one could eat it.
We're
That is-
critical.
And
Terrible.
Oti,
Such a shock.
and Oti was like eating it at Kavitch because it was like really good, so me and Evo try it, but we knew that was not good.
Yeah, that does not
And
sound
Oti
good.
just gave up on us and
It sounds amazing for me personally.
and confessed
I
how
wouldn't
much it
guess.
sucks. Because it was awful. I didn't try it because I was finna die.
Like currently, if you go to Steph's room, it's pretty questionable. Because like if you go on his desk and look to the left, there's like 5 beer bottles, let's say, and then a Monster and like some pudding, which
And
I
a
left
bra.
today. And like there's
And a bra.
everything
Yeah.
you can think of
And a-
is on that shit.
Yes,
And I have a bra hung up on
Yeah.
my light because it was given to me on our concert.
Yeah, we have this friend, like, Stas, she
Okay.
plays for Dagger, and then also, like, a couple of side
A
projects.
whole
So
bunch of
anyway,
other-
yeah, so basically she just threw her bra at us, and then we
At
decided
me.
that...
Not at us, at me.
Yeah, Stasi's a good friend of ours.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so
And-
now,
And
Yeah.
I took her bra and just put it on my my
Like
lamp,
a lamp.
you know, a desk lamp,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
just hangs on it.
Yeah.
yeah. So
For
his room is
memory.
pretty trashed.
And you have a lot of cigarette boxes everywhere. Like
Then when you open the fridge,
everywhere.
there's like
The
spilled milk,
fridge.
and it's been there for so long that it's like
Oh, it's
gotten
like
hard.
solid.
It's,
Yeah.
There's toxic waste. Like
Yeah, like once you open
Well, look, I
It's
left.
like terrible.
I left my house and did not really throw out the food. So there was a lot of bread which was green, and in the
Oh,
fridge there
it's-
was milk, and the milk was just
in chunks.
it's split. Like for some reason, it seems like because my mom buys special milk, and it just rotted, and
Oh, it's-
you know it ate the box and just got spilled everywhere.
Yeah, and also like I like to hold the bread left because for some reason he hasn't thrown it away. Like it just stays there, and it's like colonies of bacteria just hanging out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you look at it, it looks like his child, his doing, his
Yeah,
proudness.
it's like, you know how antibiotics were invented?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that is going to happen. Again, but with like Steph's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cure cancer, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
and make a new one along with it. So yeah, that's place for
The
you.
bread got
Yeah.
It's
cancer.
good to know. Good to know. Maybe sometime I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, but
Yeah, I don't
you do.
No, we're doing a deep cleaning on Saturday.
Yeah, we're doing a deep cleaning because it needs it, and
Yeah,
we're the,
Sounds
Then
fun.
also-
we're the
one of the
reason
toilets
for
is plumbed.
the needs.
Yeah, so he plumbed my toilet with the thing you
Like the aroma thing you put on the
Yeah.
toilet. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he-
basically punched it in there on accident, so now the
On
toilet's clogged.
accident.
and flushed it down the toilet, so now it's clogged.
Yeah, I didn't.
How?
So I was cleaning up something, and like I accidentally pushed it, but I didn't notice until I've already flushed. So it's basically stuck there. And on Saturday we're gonna have to try getting it out, cause he only has one usable toilet now, in his whole
Yeah.
house.
Well, I wish you luck on that.
It will be needed.
I don't know. I like to clean. Yeah, as you can tell, my room isn't very clean, but I like to clean. So
Maybe you should come help.
Yeah.
I
You're invited.
would. I
But I don't want to.
maybe I could actually. It depends on my plans on Saturday.
Yeah,
Well,
Okay.
look, they planned it on their own, because I might do a rough, just taking out all the
Like the
bottles and the things that are
The main
everywhere.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might just put them in a. It probably won't be me because people are gonna come over later, so.
You know those
Uh,
TikToks? I'm sorry. Where
Yeah.
there's like a cleaning lady and like she pours like a whole bunch of cleaning supplies in the toilet to clean it out. This is
Yeah.
gonna be us on Saturday,
Yeah.
basically. So with every single thing in his house, like the fridge. When you open the fridge, you know how normally there's like a refreshing feeling of coldness. Yeah, his fridge just smells like awful.
Yeah.
For when Fostutsi comes over to cook, the rest of the supplies she doesn't put them in the fridge because it's probably
Yeah, 'cause-
safer for them out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like a lot of work to be done there.
Yeah, I mean.
But
if
it's
you-
also like the band's place, so
Yeah, of
we
course.
love it anyway.
You gotta take care of it.
yeah.
So yeah, actually, speaking of the band, how long have you guys been a band?
How for you?
As the thing
Technically-
I associated with is like when Steph started playing the bass. One day after that, yeah.
Wow.
So our first band practice was the day after Steph got a bass.
Yeah.
But I had been playing for like
month before
2
that.
months, because that was in March.
Yeah, so March, like the
'Cause
start started.
I remember-
March.
This year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this year,
Oh,
because
wow.
I
Pretty
remember
recent.
after the practice, I immediately went to a birthday, which was on which I know is on 3rd of March, because I'm great at remembering birthdays. So yeah, our first practice was on March 3rd, and I got my bass on March 2nd, and I've been playing since like Christmas.
Yeah, and like for me, it's really funny because I've played since October of last year. So the only veteran, so basically we have like an original lineup,
Yeah.
which was us three, we were the like lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and then bass. And we also had a lead singer who is Gabi. She's a very great friend of ours.
Yeah.
So then our other lineup was basically like the second repetition we had was at my house now.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't there because he
He was
was sick for some reason. But
I got sick immediately after our first repetition.
yeah, I think it
And
was a calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really sick. I hadn't been that sick in a while, and I haven't been since. But I
Yeah,
was really
so
sick.
basically, our second practice we had a second vocal, so it was like 2 guitars and 2 vocals, which you can imagine how that went.
Yeah, and we had
it
2
was-
vocalists for a while.
Yeah, we had
True.
2 vocals for
And it
like
was-
And-
it was
3 months
not
after
a-
And
that.
a lot of
Yeah.
people were against it. Like
Yeah.
A lot of
in
people
the
were
group.
against us having 2 vocals, and
So
that was
were we.
because we didn't have like a back vocal and a lead vocal. We had 2 vocals.
Yeah.
So-
So sang and like together at.
Well, for the most part, singing together.
That was the hard part, deciding who's gonna sing what.
Yeah, like it was
like,
pretty
which
tough.
verse
I feel
and
like
stuff.
it was kind of difficult for us to like actually tell like Gabi to like
To sing
start
parts.
to sing back vocals
For
and all,
example,
like,
'cause-
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a
'cause
great example of this is "Where's My Mind," where you know the
Yeah.
ooh, you know.
Yeah.
So in our cover with Gabi in it, she sung the ooh, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, since she was like our lead vocal as well, and it was like pretty hard for us to ask her to do that because that's basically back vocals.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why 2 vocals was pretty hard on us.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of drama around
yeah,
it too.
basically we
But
we
at
had a
the-
little fight.
We
Yeah.
probably like I don't.
Spit it out.
Well, look, there was a lot of drama, and which resulted in Gabi leaving the band.
Yeah.
And then we technically, sorry Gabi, but we were better off. Like it was we started actually.
We
Yeah.
love you,
Yeah.
Gabi, but 6 people in a band is
We
Yeah,
started
like, we
actually-
working more.
Yeah,
We were
we
more
started
productive.
working more, and we started actually, our covers got better because.
Yeah.
because bands are pretty tough because
Yeah.
organization
Yeah.
and then also learning to actually play with each other.
Yeah.
So if you get a band with like 3 members, for example Nirvana,
Yeah.
you can imagine how much easier that is since only 3 people have to coordinate with each other. Now imagine a band like, I don't know, us, well, with 6 people.
Yeah.
Imagine how much harder that would be. So 5 people is way easier. And also one thing that helped us a lot is getting a drummer, which is probably a given, but for us, the first month we were a band, we didn't have a
Without
drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for example, when we tried doing a song that wasn't straightforward without a drummer, that was like probably the worst part of our practices. And we had like 6-hour practices where we do half a song
Yeah.
Wow.
actually fully because we had no drummer to help us
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, but it sounds hard to do without a drummer because
Yeah.
they keep the rhythm and
Yeah,
everything.
shout out to
Yeah.
Evo.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to
our beloved
To our
drummer,
beloved
Evo,
Evo,
which
who might
who-
be dying currently.
No,
might
he,
be dying.
I caught him. He's good. But he, I remember when he actually joined the band, I was against it because no one knew him. Only Simu knew
Basically,
him.
a vocal said, "Okay, I know a friend from another band that's like breaking up. Do you wanna ask him?" And we were like, "Okay, we need a drummer for like at least a while until we find a
Yeah.
stable one." And then Evo was like actually super chill, so he can just take the
Yeah,
round.
Yeah.
Evo
So-
joined and
Now he's like a pretty important part of our band,
Oh, yeah,
so
of
I
course.
really appreciate him
Yeah,
being
we
there.
appreciate Evo.
Yeah, we love Evo. He hates us though.
Yeah.
Really?
No, just-
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
he,
No, he hates Inaud1ble, but like
He
all
hates
of us do.
Inaud1ble, but we also do so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
of
everyone
course,
hates
of
an
course.
I
Yeah.
think, I don't think there's a
OT.
person who loves Inaud1ble.
No, because OT is the biggest Inaud1ble hater.
and that's his words. I'm the biggest Inaud1ble fan, but also their biggest hater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Inaud1ble is like the pop punk of the Bulgarian scene.
Like he,
Yeah,
Oti asked me why we weren't following him from our Inaud1ble
Yeah.
account. Like,
The
and I was like,
groupie.
and I was like, yeah, but we only follow our members, and he just goes, well, yeah, but me too.
Basically, Inaud1ble, like, a huge problem we had was inviting like 1,000 people to our repetitions.
That was a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one repetition was like kind of like a small concert because we had 20
We had
people
20
watching us.
I mean, that's pretty good amount.
No, it's not at all. Like,
'Cause-
imagine trying to do something and like you're staring at
Oh,
somebody, some of your friends trying to make a joke, and then like
It was
halfway through the
chaos.
Yeah, the two
repetition.
of us couldn't resist the urge, so we just started talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
midway
and
through the
playing.
song, you know,
Yeah.
like at one, we were doing heart shaped box back then.
Mm.
So one try of heart shaped box, I just noticed Stepchu wasn't like he was like this. He wasn't holding his bass, and he was just talking to Fustutsi. And so yeah, we had to drop inviting 1,000 people to our
Yeah.
repetitions. So now we
Yeah,
don't
and
have.
at one point Coco got so mad because Simu told him to give his
Guitar
guitar
over,
to
yeah.
a friend of ours,
Mm.
and he just got mad and
And
left.
I just left, and I
And-
was like watching TikTok until the thing was over.
and then I went out because I was talking to a friend of mine, and then when I came back, it was basically Auntie telling jokes with a punchline, your mom. But
Yeah.
you heard us
Yeah, I
talking
heard
about
us.
it,
I heard you guys
and
talking about
it's
that.
just it was just jokes where you say what's the difference between that light and the camera, your mom.
Yeah, and for some reason it was funny. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
It's-
stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
That's like the start of Audie's stand up, I think.
stand-up
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, we should do stand up with him another time.
Yeah.
Audie, call us up.
So like, what made you want to be a band? Like,
Well, I needed motivation to play.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
honestly, same. Because like, as you mentioned, like I've owned my guitar for a while, but I used to be really on and off, like with playing before the band.
Yeah.
So basically,
I took it up more seriously.
like, okay, so like the actual start of the band was me talking to Gabi, and we were like, I was like, I want to start learning an instrument, and then I was like, when I get good enough, want to start a band, and she was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. So we settled on the name Słodko Portugal.
I was.
and we said we weren't going to play
Yeah,
in a band
so
called
so then I was
Słodko
like, okay, we need the rest of the
No,
band.
I was just they added me to a group
Yeah.
and I just see the
Yeah.
name and I said no.
Yeah, they added us to the group.
I am not playing in that.
Yeah.
So basically,
Until
like,
you change your name, I'm not
Yeah.
doing shit with you.
yeah, it was
I don't
like.
know if we can curse on
Wait,
this
No,
podcast.
you can curse.
Okay,
don't
of
worry.
course. Okay, that's great. So basically, like, my first idea was to start learning bass, and I was talking to a dear friend of me and Stefcho about it, who's a bassist as well.
Yeah.
And then
Joro.
Joro.
his name is Joro.
Shout out to
Shout
you.
out to
he's the-
Joro.
he's
the
Here's
greatest
the other
bassist.
mate at Steps, but now he's back.
Yeah.
No,
like,
he
Germany.
lives at
Mm.
he lives at my place when he comes to Bulgaria, but,
But he's
now
in
he's
Germany
back
now.
in
Yeah.
Germany.
So
it's
basically,
sad.
I was talking to Joro about it, and he was recommending me some gear, and then Steph joined the call, and he was like, I want to be a bassist, and I was like, oh, do you really? And he was like, yeah, I want to be a bassist, and I was like, fine, I'll take guitar.
No,
uh,
I had decided that way beforehand.
Yeah, apparently he wanted to be a bassist for like a while, and I was like, fine, I'll be a guitarist, I guess.
Mm.
So I got a guitar,
Yeah.
and went to guitar made Steph to get a bass, and then like
that was probably the hardest part.
that
of
was the
band,
hardest
though.
part because like once every 2
'Cause
weeks we
I'm-
would go on Musicer and find trying to find a bass.
Look,
and there was nothing.
I'm a master of postponing purchases,
Yeah,
but I also
Like
buy
postponing
everything
in
I
general.
decide. Yeah. And
sooner or later,
Mm.
and I was like, yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, I'll get it.
maybe
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah,
when I
look,
get this money.
Look, I just wanna buy something else now, and then I'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I
There
got
was a
it.
point where his Musicer card had like 30 items, and none of them were a bass, and then he
Yeah.
finally added the bass.
And I had picked everything with a, cause postponing, but I still did it. I had picked everything. I even picked a kazoo for cause it was free.
Yeah, there was like a gift, and he picked it before he picked the bass.
I mean, it's free, so.
Yeah, and I got a kazoo now. But and then I finally one last time we were browsing, and then we stumbled upon the bass I actually got, Marcus Miller something.
Wait, it was like that's like he was looking through his card, and then he left, and then the next day I was about a bit fed up with the fact that I've been waiting for 2 months for him to get a bass, because like now I was like the good enough I was talking about to start a band, and me, Gabi, and Moni were waiting, so I was like, he should definitely get a bass, and by this point I knew everything he needed in a bass, so I just went on Musicer on my own, and like I see the light in a Marcus Miller bass, which is in the price range. It's an
Yeah.
active and passive bass,
Yeah.
and it's like a jazz bass, which is what he wanted.
Mm.
So I'm like, Steph, you need to get on here right now. I just found the thing you want, and it was like on sale as well. So it was basically like
It was basically
as
the
well.
dream
Yeah.
bass.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Like
So-
I remember we called it the dream bass.
Yeah.
I found the dream bass you were looking for.
So 10 days later, the bass comes, and I'm like, okay, so you have a bass now. Let's do it tomorrow then.
And that's how. It all
And that's how
started.
the first
Yeah.
repetition went, and it was like 6 hours of pure chaos. So basically.
But it was because back then my mental health was really bad, and it was like I had a lot of fun on that repetition. Like I lit up then.
It was
back
so
then.
fun actually, cause like imagine getting together with friends and just jamming to stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And although
super
now
great.
looking at it, we sucked.
We were awful.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Like
Yeah.
we
Exactly.
sucked.
Like
It's horrible. But,
I
but I had so much fun back then.
Yeah.
I was really listening to old stuff and it's really bad. Like we don't have any coordination at all. But looking back, we didn't even, because our first cover was a song by Surf Curse called Freaks. This is probably the thing a lot of people make fun of us for, but the backstory
Good.
behind this.
It's-
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Yeah,
to the point
we-
where the person we rent our usual repetition
Yeah,
room,
the drum studio owner.
that he
Asked
asked us what's the
Yeah.
name of
He's
that
like,
song.
yeah,
you
what's the
did it.
song that you guys play that goes like da-da-da?
Like for a while,
and
this
me and
was the song
Siwa
people remember
started
us with.
laughing
Yeah.
hysterically.
So basically, this wasn't the song we intended to do. We wanted to do 505, but 505 is like in a pretty weird measure.
No,
Yeah.
Evil said, because nowadays when I talk to him about 505, he said that it's impossible for him to do. I don't know why,
So we're never doing it.
but he said
Yeah.
he cannot. It's unplayable for
yeah,
us. For some reason.
and like the
Something
timing,
drum
Yeah, the
related, but I
timing
don't
is a
know.
bit
because
confusing.
you know how it's a really slow song for the most part,
Yeah.
because it's and so timing that without a metronome behind. I don't know how our Arctic Monkeys do it, but we couldn't. So after like 3 hours of trying, we decided
Yeah, it
okay.
falls apart a lot. We could fix it. Yeah, this couch is really fucked up.
Fine.
I have no idea where it's from. Let me check the
We
camera.
still love it.
Yeah.
Glad. This is recording, yes.
It would have
Yes,
been.
it
It would have
is.
been
Good.
funny if it wasn't.
It's okay though. Like you saw in Dotko's video, how the camera cut out twice in the video.
Wait, do you cut things like this, or do you
no,
do
it's
just pause?
I like.
I think it has personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like on here. God.
The vocal range.
Yeah, on the podcast, I don't cut as much, and I'm more myself because on my YouTube, I don't exactly play a character, but it feels a lot more forced than
Yeah.
on the podcast, and that's why I like doing this a little bit more than my main
Uh-huh.
channel. And right now I'm kind of in a super bad like writer's block or just creativity block in general, and I can't think of any videos to do right now. Like my last one, rating fruits based on how attractive they are.
Yeah.
It was fun to film like the skit at the beginning and like the overall video, but then while I was editing it, I was just like, wow, this is a terrible video. But it's something, it's content, but
Yeah, look, you were kind of like Inaud1ble's first repetition.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, you're
Sounds like
looking
it.
at it and you're like, damn, it was a fun video
I mean-
film, but damn, that sucks.
Yeah, like I actually was super confident during the video, but
yeah, we were super confident
during
the
editing-
repetition.
We were like, guys, we're not so bad. And then we were really bad.
like
Yeah, go.
oh sorry. Do you want to go? Yeah.
Go.
Just go.
Okay.
I'll say it later because
But yeah, like during editing, I postponed that video 4 times because it took me like 2 days to actually edit. Like maybe like 3 hours total, but I was just so unmotivated to do it because I just looked at all the clips and I was like, this joke is absolutely terrible. Can I just cut it? No, I can't because it actually contains content that I need for the overall video. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I remember it was a big fail we did on our first repetition was we put the camera on my amp.
And he also wasn't playing the right thing, so
So
Yeah.
you basically heard off-tuned bass blasting
Yeah.
the phone's microphone, and no one else can be heard.
we didn't
We've
even
had
notice
so many
it at first.
issues with recordings.
Yeah.
It was like worse than the
the
actual.
the main a big
Yeah.
issue we also have with recordings is that we always record with my phone, but I, as you already heard, am the CEO of postponing. So
yeah.
so I'm getting spammed messages from everyone. Send the video, send the video, send the video.
And like 3 days later, he finally sent
Yeah.
it.
And
Because he has to like split them and everything because they're like 40
Oh, yeah.
minutes
And-
long.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now we don't record with my phone. We just have lower quality things because what was good about my phone is that I have a phone with the 3 cameras. So
Oh,
basically
yeah,
you can
yeah.
zoom out
Zoom
to
in.
the max,
Yeah.
the ultra wide, and he's doesn't have that.
Yeah, I'm not that fancy, but my phone doesn't take 1,000 hours
Phone.
to actually send the videos over, so
Yeah.
I think it's a
My
win for us.
phone.
Also, one thing we did is like one of our huge mistakes was starting to make our own songs before actually getting
Before-
the experience
Yeah.
needed.
What's actually happening with, because the thing is, you already heard, me and Evo are just not in the group at all. Like, we do not look at the Instagram chat. You just open it so you clear the notification.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But-
we tend to spam a lot, so I
So-
see where
so-
this is coming
Very
from.
So yeah, before it was just evil ghosting, but then at one point I was like, nah, screw that. I cannot take that anymore, and it's better for her because half of our conversations were interesting
Yeah.
male conversations with a
Interesting,
female in
yeah.
the group.
Yeah.
It was basically comparing.
Anyway, so
Yeah. No,
And
because
she-
I left for 10 minutes and then I just opened the group chat and there were numbers.
Just a letter.
Yeah, so-
there were numbers and inches
Yeah.
and centimeters.
yeah,
We had
Very
interesting
fascinating.
conversations.
we were talking
Yeah.
about the length of our guitar necks.
Yeah.
So
Understood,
anyway,
understood.
we started writing our own songs before actually learning how to play our instruments thoroughly.
Mm.
So in one of the very first
Ooh.
songs we have, the bass is in a different key actually.
Mm.
Yeah,
I did
so-
not know that.
I was like,
I mean,
I'll
I didn't
show
learn
you.
the bass to our own song, but I did not know it was in a different key.
So basically, I was showing the song to a friend of mine who's like really into music, and he was like, "I'm pretty sure the bass is dissonant. Are you sure this is what you want?" And I was like, "No, that's not what I want." And he's
Cool.
like, "Maybe you
Cool.
should fix that up." So Alex,
Cool.
Alex,
Good
Cara?
idea.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So and basically he was like, "Maybe you should fix that up," and I was like, "Maybe we should drop the song." Because the song basically sounded like a
It was
sea shanty,
horrible.
but a new metal version.
I hated that
Since
song.
the
Which one is I?
yeah,
I hate you.
yeah,
Without-
that's not the
without-
actual name.
Without your help was the actual name. I decided.
Yeah,
So what I decided is
basically-
No,
official.
it was such a bad
My
song.
word is official.
Basically, the song
It's
had
like,
one
imagine
riff.
sad indie with new metal.
Yeah, basically the song had a indie rhythm guitar in
Yeah.
the sense that it used like sevenths and stuff, a dissonant bass, of course, the best part of the song, and then
Yeah.
one riff
Yeah.
going over the whole song.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And it was like really bad. And then also the chorus, for some reason I decided it's gonna be 2 power chords. So you can imagine how that went. And then the lyrics were also awful. So the whole song was just a mess. And we decided to drop it, thankfully. And then we decided to try another song, which was even worse. Like the composition was really bad. Then the lyrics were okay. Like the lyrics, I didn't write them, so they were good. Let's say that.
Which song
But
are we talking
Simu?
about?
the Simo song.
Yeah, the Simo song was like,
Oh,
The
yeah,
Simo
'cause
song, yeah, but the
we
composition
don't
was
pick,
awful.
We don't pick names for our songs. We just call them after the.
Yeah,
writer.
Simo
Yeah.
songs, Coco song 2, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, we dropped that one as well,
Yeah.
and now we're working on a new metal
that I
song.
should mention.
And like the new metal song is actually we don't have any lyrics yet, but
Now we have lyrics about.
we don't have any
about
lyrics yet.
We have
motherly
lyrics
figures.
That we have lyrics that a friend of ours
Improvise.
Improvise.
We're gonna
For
make them
the-
about his mom.
No,
No,
but they
about-
were originally about his mom, but then
Yeah.
because he's a friend of Evo's and me mainly, like he doesn't hang out that much with the whole group,
Mm.
and we were talking because we went to Arctic Monkeys together, and they're like, look, Steph, we made a song about Coco's mom, but we plan to keep it the same, but just
Change the name.
Yeah.
just
for-
change just change every time we say Coco's mom, change it to Steph's mom.
Steph's mom.
And also the song, I think what made us, what helped us a lot is not starting with the guitar part, but the drum part,
Mm.
because it's
Yeah.
way easier to improvise guitar
Yeah.
than it is to improvise drums and bass,
Yeah.
you know, which is where our huge problems with the last songs were. So I think we're going in the right direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like development. How many original songs have you guys written?
So written,
Do we
Without your-
count them?
Without your help.
written or plan to actually improve.
Like, overall, how many songs?
So
have
we
you
A
have
good
without your,
5?
without
so we
your
have
help,
like 5
two.
band songs and then like a bunch of lyrics which are just floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some lyrics I made, and I think I made bass for them, but I forgot it.
Yeah, then
So-
Coco's also working on a solo.
Oh,
Shoegaze.
Which is
album,
never
I
gonna
EP.
actually come to
No,
life.
and he sends me demos like every day because I'm the person who like gotta put him on shoegaze.
Yeah.
Mm.
So actually, let's forget about the band. Do you know who My Bloody Valentine is?
Yeah.
Do you
This
know
is the
who
best
it's-
band in the world.
Yeah.
I do know them. Yeah.
So for the
don't-
new metal song, we wanted to be like Deftones in the sense where we're
Yeah.
shoegaze with
Mixing
with
shoegaze
metal.
with new metal elements.
But
Yeah.
then
and then
Evil,
Andrew was like, "That's shit."
so Andrew
The
hates
Andrew, the CEO of
new metal.
Andrew is
New
like-
Metal.
I feel like
He hates
is-
shoegaze.
First of all, but then second of all, he's actually really, really helpful with the new metal.
Yeah,
Mm.
so basically we wanted us to fit both us and Ewan's Def. We wanted it to be
I wasn't
like
there.
like
by the
new
way.
Deftones. Yeah, he wasn't there because he was chilling
Yeah.
on vacation, and Simo
Yeah.
wasn't either.
Yeah.
So it was basically like 60% of Inaud1ble with friends,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
Neji.
Neji
Neji
was
and
the
Andrew.
bass and Andrew was the vocals.
Yeah, we basically switched the band up a little.
Yeah.
Andrew's vocals were just Coco's mom. Coco's
So
mom.
yeah, it was
Is she gonna watch this?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of explaining on
man.
this. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, so we wanted it
I
to
was
fit
her
both.
favorite child. This is gonna change after I. But no, look, it was Andrew, not me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip this part. Anyway, so we wanted it to be shoegaze and new metal, so it fits both us and the rest of the band. And then Andrew was like, "This is the worst idea I've ever heard. Why would
Yeah.
you want to copy Deftones?" So now it's a mix between Korn, old Deftones, and who was the other one? I think
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
basically,
God.
like the three new metal bands all into one, but in a bad way. So this is our
No,
new.
it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty
It's
decent.
pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'm not telling my mom about the podcast.
I'm not telling my mom about the podcast either.
Because no, she
I already
doesn't. She
told
doesn't
her.
know I have a septum, so I'm not telling my mom about the podcast.
My parents like me. I'm the
Yeah.
only audible member with a
My
good
parents
relationship.
like me.
I'm the only audible member who has a good relationship with my parents. I don't
No,
want that
no,
to go
my
to
parents
waste.
are great.
But no, we already talk about bottles, about about Steph's
Yeah, that's
things.
kind of your fault. So,
You mentioned it first.
It's
about-
fine.
it's fine, guys.
It's fine.
It's fine, guys.
That's the point of the interview, guys. To
Yeah.
get
Right.
to know the band.
We live
Right.
once. Can't you just
This
like,
is actually us. We're not making.
Can't you
anything
just
up.
like hide it from Coco's mom and say the recording got lost and we'll have to redo, but
Yeah.
actually postpone it and it's just up and
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We made a big deal out of this. Coco, you have to skip a good part of the
yeah. I
interview.
think I will have to. Anyway, so have you thought about being in a band?
Yes, many times. The first time I thought of it was back in 2020 when I first picked up bass. Which the story behind that, said it already on
Doc.
the interview with Dotko, but I'll say it again just in case.
Okay, because I didn't watch the full thing.
So basically, the way I got into bass was so my friend was building a studio. He lives outside of Sofia. I went to his house, and my dad's a drummer, as you know, and the guy who was building the studio is a guitarist, and they were like, "We need someone to play bass." So it was like a
Oh
jam
yeah, I
session.
remember that.
And then he just gave me the bass, and I was like, I have no idea how to play this, and he was like, just do this and that, and I was like, you know what, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then I asked my dad, do we have a bass, or I want to get a bass, and he was like, oh yeah, I got this like $4,000 bass just sitting around, and I was like, what? So I picked it up, was absolute garbage at it, but I still wanted to be in a band. I've been writing songs for 3 years, so
Yeah.
and I have a very recognizable writing style according to the people I've shown my writing to, and apparently, so I was counting all the songs I've written. I've only like released 50 of them, but
50.
yeah, 50 songs.
Yeah, like he has a few mixtapes and
Yeah,
stuff.
I have a few mixtapes, but that's like not serious. Like all the serious
Yeah.
music, there's over 100 songs I've written, and only like 3 of them actually made it to like production,
Uh-huh.
where I'd record instruments and vocals, but it still sounds super terrible because I still have to practice a lot.
Right.
But being in a band, I've approached, like Dotko has approached me actually.
Yeah, I was there.
Not before that actually.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wanted me to be in a Death Group's tribute group, and he was like, hey, can you do the vocal? Let's write some songs together for this Death Group's tribute group. And I was like, sure. And then we never did it.
I see.
Yeah, me and Evo had this, like, I feel like in the very beginning of Inaud1ble.
What
It's
happened?
Oh,
shit.
Maybe it's not okay.
It's okay. All you need to do is
Wait, is it off? Can I go wash my face?
you can wash your face.
like,
We can still
rinse
continue
my
the
face.
interview. Don't worry.
Okay.
This happened.
You guys,
A bunch of times.
talk for a little bit.
I think it just overheated a bit.
bathroom or
Right there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we can continue though.
Okay, now we can
Okay.
finally be funny.
Yeah. Okay, so me and Eva, like in the very beginning with Inaud1ble, like once we started like communicating with each other, I guess we were like, let's like once we split up, let's do that group's cover group. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
Oh shit.
for one day there was a discussion of me, him, and Andrew starting a Drain Gang cover band,
Oh no.
but that just like Eva created the group chat and then that
Nothing.
was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't- it would have been a very good side project. I still have faith.
That-
Anyways.
And the funny's gone.
Yeah, that's how most of my projects went. I was lucky that I kind of started with less serious music first. Like I could play a little bass and guitar, but not that great. So I just decided to, produce music with like, computer generated
boy.
sounds, and it went well. My first beats from like 2019. No, the first song I ever produced was 2016, a long time ago.
Oh.
But it was like in GarageBand, and it was
Oh.
absolutely terrible.
Goku is actually a beat maker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I.
We'll get to this.
Boy,
listen
Yeah,
so
can
you
you
listened to
Yes,
the
I-
Tesla album?
He reposted my
reposted
first,
on his-
my
You
first
Tesla-
listen to Cool
Tesla,
Boy.
Tesla.
Yeah,
Tesla Cool Boy.
Tesla
Cool Boy is
album.
making a revival.
I had a feature in that.
yeah.
I know, yeah. Like I've been actually thinking of having you on my next mixtape, which is.
I actually have so much stuff done for no reason. I'm just waiting for
I
somebody.
would not
Him
have
and
would
Neji
not.
created a diss track for me and Fusted.
Yeah,
Yeah, and him and Neji, but Neji was like, "Oh, nah, I have to do the
Beat.
the beat. I want to do the beat."
Yeah.
And then he goes on the computer and just steals a bunch of beats.
Yeah, he used like the
He-
ones
he-
that are done.
he goes to the loop library and just stacks 4 loops on top
Yeah,
of each
he
other
Yeah.
and calls it a
stacks
day.
the loops, and then he's like, it's a really good beat. You don't get it.
I used to do that too.
don't understand.
I think
You
loops
just
are
don't
like
get
a
it.
gateway to being bad at something. Like, oh, I can't make a good
Beat.
bass line. Oh, don't worry, there's already some made for me.
Yeah. So, my next project, I haven't really announced it yet, but
Right.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I'm planning on making it the biggest collaboration I've ever done, like 10 artists.
Oh, okay.
Cool boy.
So it's called Kids with Music Volume 2, based on my
Oh, yeah,
third mixtape, which
That one I've actually seen.
yeah,
Most of
which it was pretty bad. Like the instrumentals were kind of cool, like the ideas, but
Right.
like the vocals were terrible. Especially this one track, Polyglot, which is a song based around the fact that I can speak 5 languages.
Right.
Or no,
That's
I can't
impressive.
speak 5. I can speak 3, but I consider it 5. So.
Right.
And the vocals were terrible. The writing was terrible, and I decided to just forget about that song completely. But I think I've released 8 mixtapes. Only one of those mixtapes I didn't produce. Like I used, I kind of mishmashed a bunch of
Right.
beats together.
Yeah.
But it actually, like, I tried to make it sound good. But music is, hello,
Return.
you have returned. But yeah, like music is.
I stole some of your lemon.
Oh no, no worries. Yeah, like music is a passion of mine. It has been for a few years. And the thing is, because I write a ton. I write
Right.
like maybe 1 to 2 songs every couple days. And I love writing. I have a lot on my mind and I like to express that. And it's just really hard for me to get the exact sound I want. Especially when it comes to producing, it's a little easier. But like when it comes to instruments, I'm terrible. Like Never Again, that one song that I wrote, the only song I've ever recorded guitar on and released. Like it's only, like, I don't know, I just played 2 lines on the guitar and that was
Right.
it. But I just had so many ideas when making it, so I just got my dad to help me with the beat, and then I was like, you know what, it sounds good, I'll just release that.
Right.
And now I'm kind of experimenting with a bunch of different things. I kind of mixed a bit of funk with some other things. It sounds alright, but I think it's an underappreciated song on my account.
Right. So I think like everybody bashes it, but music theory is actually like a great helper. 'Cause
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, music theory is like so useless and everything, but it's kind of like when you're in arts class, you know,
Mhm.
and then you can have you can make a great drawing, for example,
Yeah.
with the pen you use to write your maths thing.
Yeah.
But it's also better for you to use, for example, the great watercolors you bought last
Yeah.
week or something. So music theory is basically like that, the great watercolors,
Mm.
and non-music theory is the pen. So you can do great things with both, but if you have like that startup,
Yeah.
it's way easier. So for example, music theory, like it helps a lot with expressing yourself through music,
Yeah.
because it's basically tells you what could help you
Mm.
portray this emotion, because there's like different scales
Yeah.
which portray different emotions, but it's also pretty boring to learn, to be honest. So you kind of have to have someone make you do it, because if you do it yourself, I don't imagine that happening. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't imagine myself learning music theory without somebody pushing me to do it. So what's funny is like, yeah, we mentioned Cool Boy. That's like so that's probably the worst thing I've ever done, but also the greatest thing, because it's basically like awful beats
Yeah.
with even worse lyrics,
Yeah.
except the ones he wrote.
We
So-
wanted to, like me and Coco really wanted to have Cool Boy as our extra for our set list.
Yeah.
But then I don't think anybody else agreed on it. Because
Mhm.
we have like huge trouble with picking songs, always. Like that's what I was talking about like earlier about Ho.
Mm.
Like I was like, why don't we do a whole cover? And
And
then
then-
everybody was immediately like, no,
No.
women.
No, you woman.
No, you woman.
So
and then because
basically-
Courtney Love is
Shut
also a
your-
woman, so it's even worse.
Shut your trap,
Because,
woman.
So basically, the problem is that even if we pick a song that's everybody's supposed to like, somebody's gonna say no. For example, you know the song "Teenage Dirtbag" probably.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
so I said
God.
this is gonna be a great song for us to do, and Steph was like, I hate the song with all my life. This is the worst song I've ever heard. And yesterday
I'm
we were
never
playing League
playing
of
that.
Legends, and he was like,
But
'Cause
I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
and I was like, I thought you hated this, and he was like, No, what do you mean? I love this
Look
song.
at the audio. When we started singing.
He was like, what do you mean I love the song? And I was like, no, you don't. And he was like, yes, I do. So basically, what
I
I'm
have
saying
I
is,
have a thing for horrible songs I hate.
yeah,
No,
but
the-
Yeah, same. Whenever I explain my taste in music to somebody, like I was talking about this one song by Have a Nice Life, like
Yeah.
a quick one before they turn the warm
Yeah, I
Flowers,
know that
Connecticut.
one.
Yeah, I was explaining it to Niji and Steph, and I was like, it's 8 minutes and absolutely nothing happens. It's amazing. I love it.
no, like a quick one before the Eternal Worms Eats Connecticut is like probably the worst Have a Nice Life song ever,
No, but
because
it's
you
so
know,
good.
and Have a Nice Life songs tend to have like a beat drop or something,
Yeah.
where all the emotion just goes through, seeps through, the
Yeah, I think
artist.
Yeah.
Earth Movers.
Yeah,
the best
Earth
Yeah.
Mover is like the best example of that. I love Earth
Yeah,
Mover.
and then also
Yeah.
Holy Fucking 40,000 is
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
these songs are great because they have something they're leading up to. And this is what a quick one before the Eternal
The
one. You
the
know,
worst kind of-
this
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
This is what this song is lacking, because it's the same like 10-second riff played over and over, and like the only instance of build up is at about the, I don't know, like 6-minute mark where chords come in. So I tried, like Moni was like, listen to this song, it's so good, and I started listening to it, and like 3 minutes later I get a little bit bored, so I started doing something on my phone, and like 4 minutes later I'm like, why is this still going on? Like, what is happening? Did it bug? So yeah, I hate the song, but I love the rest of Have a Nice Life,
Yeah,
and
of course.
the rest of the group hates that. They hate Have a Nice Life.
Yeah.
Really?
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, or at
I
least
remember they played something and I was like, this is horrible.
yeah. Like, do you know the band Panchico?
No.
Yes. I
Yeah,
do.
right. So they have the song Dead Metal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I
And
know that.
I played it. The first time I played it, I was like, this is not Dead Metal. And then the second time I played it, is like, this is better than Death Metal. The third time I played it, this is the best thing ever. Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna put Steph on this. So like the day before yesterday, I played this to him, and he's like, turn this off, and I'm like, no, you have to listen to it. And like for
I
3
was
minutes,
tortured.
we're just fighting about it, and he turned it off.
Yeah, no, because
Unfortunately,
we tried like putting the rest of the band on shoegaze and doomgaze and
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
the best genres ever, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. No, I feel like they're
Look,
terrible
you cannot,
genres, but then they're like
look,
I love them.
You just have to understand you cannot put me and Evo on something that isn't Smooth Criminal. Because, you know...
By Alien Ant Farm, like
By-
the cover.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
new metal version of Super Criminal.
No, look, we play TFT and we just listen to that song on repeat. And one night we spent 1 hour and a half looking at every live performance of that song.
it's not even ironic.
And then
like,
they had us put it on the set list, and I thought they were joking for a while. And then
no,
just all of us had to
the
like,
hard
speak
part is
ironically.
that since we don't really talk in the group,
Mm.
and every time we actually talk, we just mention a song we laugh at, and
Yeah.
like
And it gets
when
put
are
on
we
the
gonna
set list.
cover
Yeah.
it, and it just everyone ignores it, but this time we actually wanted to cover it, so
Yeah.
we needed a lot of time to
It took them
convince
like
them.
30 minutes to convince us, and then
I was like,
Ivo
fine.
was still unsure that I had been convinced.
Yeah, because the conviction isn't. They were fine with us making the cover, but we had to convince them we are not ironic.
Yeah.
Right. Because,
Yeah.
the song is like, it's literally a cover of Smooth Criminal. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
it's
isn't
like a new
anything
metal-ish.
special about it. And they're like, this is the greatest song ever made. And I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
It's like-
how
That's it
come?
with me with the quick one before the turn award.
Yeah, how does this compare to Earth Mover?
Yeah.
Right. Also,
You've been hit by.
right. So this is what we have to deal
Criminal.
with every single time we hang out with Steph. Because he always has like a hyper fixation on a new song, and then we have to cover it until he shuts up. Like, actually, one of the only songs we did that everybody hated was "Where's My Mind." Like,
Mm.
we had to do it because actually we did it because Moni started strumming it out of nowhere on one of our first repetitions, and I
Yeah.
was like, wait, I know the riff to that, let's do it. And she was like, fine. And then we had to convince the rest of the group. And back then I couldn't even do the solo because
Yeah.
I didn't have like
It was at the very beginning.
yeah, it was like in the very beginning, so
Yeah.
it just kind of stuck with us for like 4 months until we actually, maybe 3 months before we actually started doing it well. But by the time we did actually start doing it well, everybody hated it.
Yeah.
And then we watched Fight Club, and now everybody loves it again.
No, look,
Yeah, no, because Simo and Coco watched Fight Club in the same night, which was very.
We had to talk it through
Yeah,
afterwards.
Yeah.
they had to talk it through,
Look.
and then I had already watched it, and like once you've already watched it, like and like you take your time, you realize more about it. So they had questions, and I was like
course.
up and active, and it was slight torture, but it was fine.
No, look, the thing about Where's My Mind is I hated it from the first second, and then I hated it way more the more we played it.
Yeah.
But because for them they liked the song at first,
It was like,
and
Yeah.
the fact we
Yeah.
covered it ruined it. But
Right.
but for me, I hated it from the
Yeah.
very beginning. I did not want to play that song, and then they just kept on convincing me to do it one more time. That was until the concert where we actually did it, because we had no other songs we could
yeah,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, Where's My Mind has an awfully simple bass line. It's like four notes, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah. I
right?
know it.
do. Mm-hmm.
Right, so making him do this for like 2
Months.
hours straight
Yeah.
every week, you can imagine the torture. But for me, it was really fun because like the solo is like, now it's easy of course, but back then when I was learning it, it was like super tough for me, and like getting it right had like the reward system for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
So basically I really enjoyed doing the song, and we wanted to master it for no reason. Well, technically there was a reason because we had to do like this school show with 2 songs, and that was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
So we just continued doing it, and for like 2 months straight, this, I Can Handle Change, and Creep were the only 3 songs we were doing for 2 months. So at the end of these 2 months, we hated these songs way too much, and then we had to do them at our concert as well because we needed to fill time. So you can imagine what these songs are to us now,
Yeah.
except for
Yeah.
Where's My Mind, since
No,
we watched Fight
because of
Club.
the Fight Club revival, and then also I actually really enjoyed Where's My Mind up to a certain point because of the back vocals.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
since Gabi isn't in our lineup anymore, she's the back vocal. We didn't
yes,
mention
I'm
that.
very entertained by songs that have like any sort of back vocals, but Where's My Mind got like really
Yeah.
repetitive, which was terrible because I'm actually a pretty big Pixies fan. Like
The only one.
I
the
hate
only
only
Pixies
one.
fan.
no, I think
I hate
Surfer
Pixies,
Rosa
so-
isn't really that good of an album. Like Doolittle is way better.
I hate
None of them are
Pixies.
good.
I've listened 3 Pixies songs. I hate Pixies.
Yeah.
Because, one song is Where's My Mind, which I hate from the beginning. The other one is basically recycled Where's
Oh,
My
I
Mind.
think about
Oh,
now,
I think
which is
about now,
basically it's a
It has a
tribute to
good
the
storyline.
other bassist. So it's basically supposed to sound like Where's My Mind, but we didn't put that into perspective. So we almost had this song and Where's My Mind in one set list, one after another.
Was
You can, that was gonna be pretty bad.
And I've listened to one more. I don't even remember, but I remember I'm not.
Yeah, I don't
Because
like
you're bad.
Pixies either, but Where's My Mind's just kind of one of those songs which are good enough for me to look past the fact it's a Pixies song.
Do you know who likes Pixies?
My mom.
Tom Hansen. 500 Days of Summer.
Anyway, so yeah, our first set list was pretty tough because it had like 9 songs and 5 of them we had to do the week before the show.
Yeah.
So like the day before the show, Steph was learning the bass line to one of the songs.
It's kind of late.
Yeah, a bit late, and
A
then
little bit.
Arctic Monkeys copied us by playing it at
Yeah.
their show. So I think we inspired them. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Too.
Yeah, because Knee Socks is obviously an Inaud1ble song.
No, look,
Yeah.
Evo. If you ask Evo who wrote Knee Socks, he'll immediately tell you
Yeah,
Steph
he will
wrote
say,
that
like-
song. Even though Steph learned it the day of
you
the
mean
concert.
you mean
No.
composed it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Knee Socks is probably the song we've tried doing the least, and also the song we do the worst. Since the riff in Knee Socks has a bunch of slides, which aren't normally a problem, but they are when I'm doing the slides and then Steph is just stepping on my cable and ripping it up. So midway through a slide, my guitar just stops because Steph has like killed the power on my pedals, so there's no power actually getting through my guitar. So midway through the show, I have to like stop playing and like kneel down and fix my stuff up.
Yeah, that's like the school concert we were talking about.
Yeah.
For half of it, Coco's guitar wasn't working.
Yeah, because my cable, somebody stepped on it beforehand, and like
so-
the other, for some reason, I
And
just
it
always
was
have,
my cable.
Yeah, it was his cable, and then the other concert, I got my own stuff, I made sure it was working, and then Steph stepped on it to make sure it wasn't. Like midway through the show, my power just went out, and my guitar wasn't working. So for half a song, I didn't have any notes in it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even fix it. I just unplugged all my pedals and just plugged the amp directly to my guitar because I was like, this isn't working. I'm not going through this again. So yeah, we've had our fair share of technical
Issues.
difficulties.
I think that's
Yeah.
normal though. Was that the one at the American college?
That was the first one
Yeah.
where my guitar was stopping for no reason, and then the second one, which was like an actual full blown concert, it was because of him. I think he was trying to sabotage me. And it was like the only song where the lead guitar had a part where there wasn't rhythm behind it. So for like half of the song, it was just a drum and bass cover,
Which song?
like Knee Socks, where my guitar just stopped during the dude.
I don't even remember that. I was just playing with it and
I think everybody was caught up in their own little world during
Yeah,
the concert.
probably.
But it kind of worked out since that was probably the only mistake during the whole concert. So it was
no,
actually really
we
fun.
mistake the timing of
Drain You?
Drain You.
Right, so Drain You.
Then also Heart Shaped Box.
No, that was an actual mistake. We just cut the lyrics in half on accident. So basically, what happened is like.
I didn't even know that.
Simo is like singing the
Like,
second verse, and then
did not
I
know.
randomly hear like he sings the first 2 lines of the second verse, and then he like sings the last one, and I'm like, okay, so we cut to the chorus, but why are we doing that? So I like do this to Steph, and he's like, okay, so we cut to the chorus. I don't know how he got that.
I'm just finding out about this.
Yeah,
I did
don't know if
not know we
he
could
somehow
have the
cut to the
song.
chorus because I saw him doing the chorus. So basically, we like it wasn't. It looked like it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
Because Simo basically did this to me, and I kind of did a domino effect to Steph too, and then Moni and Ivo just noticed it themselves. Thankfully,
I didn't notice it myself. I don't know what happened back then. I do not remember that mistake.
yeah. So and also the other song.
I thought you were kicking me. I thought you were kicking me, so because I either A, stepped on your cables again, or B, you wanted me to stop like being in front of you, so that's why I moved to the back and told you to go in the front.
Well, I don't know. It worked out for the better. So.
Yeah.
And also the Drain You is actually really funny because that's the second cover we ever did, and Evo wasn't even in the band back then. So basically, what we did was we covered it with Simo and Gabi without Steph Cho, by the way.
Yeah.
So it was
Two
just
guitars and two vocals.
two guitars
Two
playing the
guitars.
same thing and two vocals singing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there wasn't like any difference at all, except for the fact that the guitars were like one time off.
Yeah.
So it was like really really bad. That's probably the worst cover we have, in my opinion. But then Simu came in the group and we didn't even talk about it. And then I just started strumming it out of nowhere, and Simu started playing it. Evo started playing it, and then I was like, "Oh, so you know it?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, I know it." So we kind of added it to the set list since we kind of know it already, and Evo somehow knew it as
that
well.
was like
That's
half of our
such
set
a-
list, just
That's
songs
such a
that
bad
we.
Evo.
We already
Yeah.
knew for no reason.
Yeah.
And like the funny thing is, like 3 days before the concert, you know the fill between the chorus and the verse. So that fill, basically, Evo somehow changed it, and we all messed up with it.
No,
And
it
it-
wasn't 3 days before the concert. It was the day before
Right.
the concert.
So and for some reason he changed it, and we weren't used to the new one. So on the concert, we kind of had to work with that, and we didn't actually work with that. We just kind of started a bit early, and then kind of made it seem like we didn't start early,
Yeah.
but that's how it sounded. I hope that worked. I don't know. Maybe.
I think it was fine.
I think the concert was actually a pretty big success on our
Yeah.
part.
How long
since-
ago was it?
So
2nd of
Third-
July.
third?
Yeah.
Second. 2nd of July.
2nd of July, because
So,
it was
a
after
month ago,
1st of
yeah.
July.
Yeah. Do you
It
have
was-
any upcoming concerts?
So we're preparing a set list, but we don't actually have like a
We
set
haven't
date yet.
planned it
Yeah.
out
'Cause
yet, but
Yeah.
we, have,
the
an
set
idea.
list ready.
We have an idea of where it might be,
Yeah.
but we
And, like,
because
we need-
Evil injured his hand really badly, so he cannot
Yeah.
play, and Simu's now here, so we're waiting until at least the beginning of September.
We've had one
Yeah.
repetition since then, so
Oh wow.
you can.
Yeah, and which repetition was with only 60% of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we
Good.
have a set list ready. We need to prepare it to alter songs, like
Yeah.
own songs, and we have a bunch of covers. So once Sivo and Simo are back from whatever they have, we're gonna get back to playing, and we're gonna get ready to do another show. So
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
yeah, it's gonna be fun, probably.
Hopefully.
I
And
mean,
we
the
hope
set-
we hope
at
Cool
least-
Boy is the opener.
Yeah, we
Obviously.
hope Cool was the opener.
At
but
least I like this set list, because the last one
I don't think
I'm pretty
anybody
sure-
we all
liked
hated
it.
the last
I'm
one.
What
pretty
was the
sure
last one?
there was
Bad.
no song.
Basically,
There
like-
wasn't a single
I
good song.
think
It was
I-
like think
No,
of every
American Idiot was.
think
Every-
of the
every
most
song a
mainstream
guitarist-
song of every like band.
Band.
yeah, we had
Yeah.
Creep, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Undone the Sweater Song,
American Idiot.
American Idiot.
That's pretty basic. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was like
Where is my mind?
yeah. So basically, the
Creep.
thing was we just had to figure out songs which we already knew, or at least some of the members knew, because we didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think the only song which we all enjoyed playing, I don't think anybody enjoys listening to it, but everybody enjoyed playing American Idiot together, because I don't somehow the song just clicked.
Mm.
And then at the end of every band practice before the actual show, we will do, maybe not every, but most of them, we will do American Idiot just to brighten our moods up.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty good, and at the show we didn't mess it up. So
Yeah, I mean, sounds good.
yeah, American Idiot is probably the only song we've enjoyed playing together so far.
Yeah. No, because we all get like we spend a good 10 minutes in a room together and we all get like mad, like infuriated.
Yeah.
No, look, we had a really bad time around the concert.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty stressful, but
Yeah, it was very
then
hectic.
the concert was
There
super
was
rewarding.
there was a lot of tension between us.
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
was
tension
was
and yelling and yeah.
yeah.
But after the concert,
I threw a
everything
shoe at
just
Coco.
Evil was threatening to throw his
Drumsticks.
drumsticks,
yeah.
And
I was like,
and I was just screaming at him because look,
Yeah.
we were playing American Idiot, and then the ending comes, and we do. This is the first time we've ever played this song, and no one knows how to exactly end it, unless Koku, who obviously knew how it was, and doesn't even do the ending. He just stops playing and goes,
That was
"Yeah,
it.
we're done."
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
and
got
people got
so mad.
and then the rest of us got mad too.
yeah. So basically, I told Evo because at one point he gave up. So I was like, okay, imagine the snare is my head if that's going to help. Let's just get through this. But we did get through, and we learned the whole song, and then the ending was good, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got through. Okay.
songs-
Yeah, every band goes
We
through.
managed.
the
Yeah.
song
like that.
stopped ending. It stopped. It's done.
Yeah, basically the first time, like, cause this at the end of the song, there's like 2 tacts of just instrumental, but we kind of extended it to like 8, and I was like, okay, we have to stop now, cause it stopped a while ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, stop, and they got so mad. But yeah, this was my fault. But also, afterwards we listened to because what we tend to do is like put the phone up to the speaker and we just all listen to the song together, and that helps like coordination a lot. So, because for some reason we can't learn the songs ourselves at home and we have to do it midway through practice. But in the end, it works out. So.
Yeah, it's really funny because every time someone says, okay, we have to do this song now, and everyone was supposed to learn it, at least 2 members walk out and pull out the YouTube tutorial.
Yeah.
It's usually us too.
Yeah, because I never learned my songs.
Yeah, neither do I.
And
I just take a quick glance at them.
Yeah, I just see. Oh, okay. It's the same thing
decent,
over
like,
and over. I just go. It's the same thing over and over again. That's easy. But I never learned that.
Yeah.
The thing that's
the
over
thing that's
and
over and
over
over
again.
Yeah, right. So for example, we were supposed to do heart-shaped box, and we had a sleepover the night before that, and then we woke up, went to Steph's house. I pulled up the YouTube tutorial, locked myself in like the other room, and just started learning the actual heart-shaped box. Like the whole song, I learned it in probably like 40 minutes before we had to go off to band practice. And then I kept messing it up during band practice, but I wasn't that scared because Steph literally had used like a mic stand to hold his phone to actually look at the tabs.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. And Moni wasn't even there because she was on vacation.
Yeah.
It was like a disaster. We had our fair share of disastrous band practices.
Yeah.
And Gabby was sick back then for some reason. So it was just
It's
like...
always for some reason.
Yeah.
Some random ass reason.
So-
she decided to go sick.
So the lineup was me, Ivo, and Simo, basically, and Steph, of course, but he wasn't playing half of the time because he had to look at the tabs and scroll up. So yeah, we were like Nirvana, except we didn't know the song.
Do you guys plan on releasing like a album or an EP or anything?
So, not in the near future in any way, shape, or form.
Maybe
but
before the end of the year.
maybe not. So it kind of depends because a lot of us tend to get inspiration from random things and just like send a voice message to the group and we're like, can we work with this?
Yeah.
And then if somebody else picks up on it, then it becomes an actual thing. But before that, it doesn't.
And the thing is, it's never drum or bass that picks up on it because I never listen to those voice messages.
Yeah.
Well, I think like Evo has recently started sending some drums
Yeah.
over. Rather than just...
I don't even look at what Evo says. It's not personal against them. I just don't look at the group.
Yeah, so basically, like, we tend to just start with an idea and see where it goes.
Yeah.
We're not like those people who have like a concept album all figured out with like the stages of a breakup and the grief through it.
Course.
Yeah.
We're just kind of more okay, does this sound cool? And the other members are like, yes, we work on it. But I was talking to Ivo about it. We might like make an EP that has like 2 shoegaze new metal and 2 rap metal songs.
Yeah.
Just because that would be good for everyone. So we might actually pick up on that and start doing it. And not all the lyrics are gonna be about Steph's mom, I promise. Although it is very tempting. It is very tempting to make them all about Steph's mom, but we're gonna explore more topics probably. It kind of depends.
Yeah, Simo's mom.
Yeah,
Go's
Moni's mom, Evil's mom, you know, all the moms.
All the moms.
But the problem is, the lyrics tend to be the hardest part because lyrics are not. You can't just pick up your voice and start making lyrics. You know, it's not maybe freestyle, but that doesn't really work too great. Because like guitar, even if you start freestyling, it tends to stay okay because the motives are all in one key and stuff. But for voices, that's like way harder to do.
Yeah.
So lyrics have always been a struggle for us because
Most of us aren't too emotional either, so we can't really.
we
Yeah.
don't have
Express.
too much to
General
express.
Yeah.
But I've started like writing a lot of lyrics to get better at it, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the band has been writing stuff too. So, because I said like, okay, how about when everyone's back in Sofia?
For sure.
Because when everyone's back in Sofia, everybody presents one lyric.
What?
One line.
No, like a whole song, and then we choose which one's the best and work with that.
When did you
But
say that?
yeah, he wasn't there, and
He never is.
I'm sure she forgot, so we don't.
No, I remember. I just don't. I don't
You
act upon it.
You pretend you
I
don't.
pretend
Yeah.
I don't.
So basically, like our lyrics are the hardest part, and I'm hoping we work on that a lot. because we have to. Because okay, let me give you an example. The first line of the song we did that we dropped was "I saw you the other night, your eyes were like heaven." You know, so it's and then we rhymed heaven with 907. You know, so the lyrics are
Who's
you can.
we?
Okay,
You
I
wrote
did.
those
Okay, so
lyrics.
that's
No,
okay,
then
but that
also
was like
the first
my
one,
first song ever.
No, what were the lyrics to "I Hate You"?
Ah.
Please.
I can't- everybody is
ignoring me. I can't sleep. It's getting blurry. I hate you.
You should release it.
I know.
Yeah, for
No.
sure.
It's on Cool Boy.
It's on a Cool Boy album actually.
I didn't realize.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't. So I had my fair share of really bad lyrics.
I think me too.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like with beat making, where at the start you're just like hitting the random kicks
Yeah.
and snares and hoping for the best, and then you kind of figure out how to do it. And also, I went to like a camp where we learned a lot about that stuff. So
Yeah.
my lyrics have improved, hopefully, and my beat making hopefully as well. So yeah, if you want new Cool Boy guys, just write down in the comments. I'm gonna work on something.
Yeah.
I know you guys want it.
You should promote this episode to the
Oh, of
Inaud1ble
Yeah.
Inaud1ble community.
No, I think to the Cool Boy community.
Yeah,
'cause
the Cool Boy community is like a whole different.
the 70 listens I have on one song are probably gonna all come to
Yeah.
this video
Yeah.
to enjoy
And
it.
also, no, because Cool Boy is like, it's like Drain Gang.
Yeah, this
But
is
it's Cool Boy
this is the
Cool
part
Boy
where
gang.
you play like Putkuyad by
Yeah.
Cool Boy. Or some of
Or
the
Pythagorean
or
Theorem.
Pythagorean Theorem.
Yeah.
Theorema.
classic.
It's really funny because like
Pythagorean Theorem is really good.
Cool Boy is, you know, Drain Gang, right?
Yeah, of course.
So basically,
Drain
Cool Boy
Gang.
is a better version of Drain Gang.
Obviously.
In the
Goku is
sense
like
that
Blade.
okay, I'm like
And
Bladey.
Steph is Tyboy Digital.
This is
We have
yeah, and
Echo
this is
2K.
Echo.
I'm Echo.
Yeah, right. So she hasn't actually
I-
been on a song, but she's heard all the demos, and she has like
Yeah.
she has
I'm just
obse-
there. I'm a Cool Boy groupie.
She has an artist name ready. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
Moni Bomboni Terminatora.
And it's short for it's like MBT for
Yeah.
right.
MB Terminatora because then it becomes him.
Yeah, right. So, Cool Boy is basically like me and Steph were bored, and I was like, let's make a song.
And I was like, no.
and he was like, no, and then I started making the beat, and I was like, oh, this is fire, you should listen to it. And he
And I
was
was
like,
no.
and he was like, no,
No.
and then we went to a Cry Underwater concert, and after the concert, I was like, let's make the whole album, and he was like, no. So I
No,
started
he
What
basically kept on
the
like
first one.
he kept on like finding ways to force me to listen to those beats.
Right,
Like,
and he
No,
Steph,
that was
come,
entire school.
Steph, come quick! It's an
Entire
emergency. Steph, listen to this.
And then I just play beats for spreading the gospel. And he was like, okay, I write lyrics. And the first lyric he wrote was, yeah, I know from my sock. Then I hit a lady with a bag. You know, so
Genius.
yeah.
But then he has no rhythm, so it's like reciting poetry.
Yeah, he like
Yes.
so thankfully the first album he doesn't have there's no instance of him rapping, but for our good friend Joro, which he's a bassist, right?
Yeah.
I told him to rap something. I didn't even show him the beat, the BPM or anything. I told him to rap something and I just slapped it over the beat.
That's what I
Right.
did with
Yeah.
most of the balls to the wall.
Yeah.
No, Geleto. That's his rap name is Geleto.
Right. So
And then through that we discovered this one song which was like Serbian, I think.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And this is now the soundtrack to Inaud1ble.
Yeah.
It's like this Serbian
Geleto,
song called
na, na,
Leto, and I'm pretty sure it's about summer, but we just sing Geleto, ala bechi, right?
A je šikno Benji man, как може да знаете
Right.
текст?
So basically, that was the first Cool Boy album. The second was a bit like I've
It's
written
like
in
twice
the
as
description. The second has a similar sound to the first, but a more polished version.
Yeah.
Even using some of its B-sides, I was so fancy about it. So basically, the second album, I was home alone and I was watching my pets, because everybody was somewhere on vacation.
Yeah.
And I called up my good friend Georgi and another Georgi
Yeah.
and Stefcho to come over, and we were at my
Look,
brother's
the
setup.
thing is, he lives like 40 minutes away.
Yeah,
From, like,
I live like
civilization in
very far
general.
away. So I made them
Casa dos
come
Bairros.
with the idea that they're gonna get happy like, and he
Yeah,
wanted sushi.
he said he will pay for sushi, so I was down.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
came
'Cause
over.
you can always win me over when you offer me a sexy combo from Happy. Like, I'm down for everything if I get a free sexy combo from Happy. Because it costs 25 leva. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
really
giving
expensive.
I'm
Yeah.
not giving 25 leva
So
for
basically,
that.
I paid them to be features on my album with sushi.
Yeah,
So
but who is in like the cool boy?
right,
So it's
so
like
I was a
Želeto,
hippie. I'm a hippie.
Podvodnicата.
well, on the second album, technically it's only 4 of us. And-
Capone.
right, Capone is like another friend I have.
Nejikura.
He's like this very underground artist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, keep talking.
okay, so the thing that happened is like I called them up and I started making random beats and they were in the other room writing lyrics and we just kind of exchanged.
No, look, the truth is, we weren't writing lyrics. I was talking about persona.
Right, and then they came up with the worst lyrics ever. There was one that's like мога да one-top на John Cena, хуя ми направил от глина. You know, so they were like really bad. And then we made like 6 songs and then for no reason they had to go. And then I was like, oh no, I wanted 10 songs on this
I was
album.
meeting with my dad.
Right, so he was meeting with his dad and Georgi had to fly off to somewhere or something. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Right, so I called up Alex and I was like, want to finish the album? And he was like, for sure. And the last 4 songs were like 30 minutes of me and literally 4 songs for 30 minutes. And the length of the songs was like 5 minutes, so that was like pretty...
That's pretty good.
We did that pretty quickly, and the way we did that was like I just took random demos I have of random things and just slapped a beat over them. So that was the beat, and then he would just freestyle half of them, and lines like, I'm not sure if I can say that line. Okay, I'll say it. So the line was майка ми каза да пия банино, защото съм гей, просто искам мъже да лапат моят змей. You know, so these are the lines that came out of his like freestyle.
No, he's my favorite cool boy gang member.
And the funny thing is he can actually...
There's actually a group chat named Cool Boy Gang.
right, so it's really... It's really serious.
But also Coco samples everything. Once I sent a voice message of me quoting Train Spotting and
I
he sampled it.
Right,
And it was just like, choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family,
No,
choose
he sampled his mom telling him to
come down for dinner. So what I do is I wanna, like, you know how Kanye West, for example, goes through old songs and samples them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just sample whatever my friends send me.
Yeah, whatever happens.
Like there was this video of me in a group chat and she screen recorded it and I just took it and sampled it.
Yeah.
So I sample a bunch of stuff, but what's funnier is Georgi samples even more stuff. Like in one of the songs, Behind the Screaming, there's the Samsung ringtone, yeah. Right. And then afterwards is the Drake, you used to call me on and stuff. And then afterwards, I'm pretty sure there was one more thing. Wait, the Clash Royale startup. Right, so these 3 were in one beat.
Yeah, I know, because Schoolboy is so creative. Like, it's such a creative community.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
We're even better than Doomgaze.
Yeah. And Doomgaze is the best genre of music.
Yeah, it's like Doomgaze, Cool Boy.
Yeah.
Wait,
Cool
sorry.
Boy is it's a subgenre of experiment.
Right, so it's Doomgaze, Drain Gang, Cool Boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's the leaderboard. And I'm very sad because I started writing the 3rd album, which is called Spranja, which is like basically the residue of poop you have after you clean up. Right, so yeah. So I started making the beats, but for some reason Steph didn't want to make any lyrics.
for some
For
reason.
For
reason.
no apparent
For no
reason
apparent
whatsoever.
reason.
So, and Georgi
Steph-
didn't want to help out either,
Steph
so
refused.
the album is still in its draft version. Because I have like 20 beats or something I have to choose from, and the only done song is like the intro, which is like Spranja, Spranja, and I just repeat that like 30 times over 4 samples. That's the intro, and that's
You can
30
include
seconds.
the diss tracks.
Maybe we can include the diss tracks, because me and Neji were at Steph's house and we just made 4 songs in 30 minutes again.
Yeah, me and Fustati were in the kitchen, and then we got back, and there were like 3 diss tracks.
Yeah.
And one was
and
about
one
us.
and one like love song about Steph.
Yeah.
So we tend to work fast. Let's say that.
Yeah, that's pretty fast, I'd say.
Yeah.
Now the silence.
Yeah.
The silence.
Yeah,
I'm just
boy.
thinking about the
Cool
fact
boy.
we just
Cool
spent
boy.
the whole cool boy lore.
Cool
Yeah.
boy team's
I mean, it's
over.
quite interesting lore. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, Cool Boy is really interesting.
We've been recording for 1 hour and 14 minutes.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
it didn't feel like that long.
I know,
Yeah.
it felt,
It
it
did
felt a lot
not.
shorter.
It did not
Right.
feel
But
like
yeah.
that long.
You guys could always come back on the podcast, you know.
We'd love to.
We'd love to.
Honestly?
I do this every week or 2 weeks, so.
I mean,
Right.
actually, like, next time we can get the
Yeah, evil.
The
Yeah.
rest of the...
Yeah.
Because they're the
Simo
interesting
is
part.
not-
We're the boring part of the group, basically.
Talk about yourself.
That's
I'm the
Yeah,
most
we're
interesting.
so interesting.
I'm the most interesting person in the group.
His mom pays me to hang out. I just decided.
Yeah, I've fired him so many times, and she just keeps doing
Right.
it.
So actually, there were like a few months where we didn't hang out, and that was because his mom was late on payment, unfortunately. So I had to cut back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she decided to start back up. So now we're here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
With who was your most fun podcast?
I don't know. I mean, I've only had
With us, definitely.
4 guests, including you guys as one.
So you have
And we're the best
Madi.
ones, obviously.
So I had Madi,
Dot-
Dotko, Lil Rakia, and you guys, Inaud1ble. I mean, they're all really fun. I love talking a lot. Even though this is probably the episode I talked the least amount.
Well, look,
Yeah,
we
we're sorry.
talk.
We talk a lot.
No,
We
no, I-
talk
I
a
Like, the three of us
lot.
talk a lot.
I
Like,
talk
always.
a lot too, usually. But yeah, it was really interesting listening to you guys. So I let you guys talk a bunch.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
Yeah, we tend to talk a lot.
When we hang out with Fastuzzi, she tends to be like, because
Yeah, 'cause
we're like in walk to walk or something, and we're just spilling our whole life secret. And
No,
people are
When
like,
we
and
talk
I
over
don't
each other
come.
and gets louder
I don't
each
go
there.
time.
No, look, I do that to my dad, because when my dad talks on the phone, he always screams, and I'm like, lower your tone. Because we're in the car, and I'm just listening to him scream at the phone.
Yeah.
Not because he's mad, he just thinks the other person is not hearing him, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
lower your
I feel like
tone.
people over the age of 30 tend to just speak really loudly on the phone always.
No,
I
I
think-
do that too.
I
I
think
like.
if we continue this podcast, no one's gonna watch it.
it's
No.
it's gonna be
What
like
is it?
a 4-hour episode.
If people could sit through the entire Dotko episode, I'm pretty sure they can sit through it.
No, because Tassia and Neji said they would sit through the entire podcast.
No, we have a lot of fans who would sit through the.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have any fans. I think
Yeah, we have a
Everybody-
lot of people who hate us and want to make fun of us,
we're
but
like
then are
Blink
also our friends.
182 in the sense that everybody hates them, and that's why they go to their
Yeah.
concerts.
Yeah,
Yeah, next.
like I feel like like a less formal version of our concerts would just be people throwing eggs at us or like
Right,
tomatoes
yeah.
or something.
I think the only reason they didn't is because the staff already snapped at us anyway. Like,
Yeah.
so the staff was so mad.
terrifying.
Yeah, so
I
the staff was
hated
like
that guy.
super
Yeah.
scary, and they
You
were
know,
super mad at
There
us.
were like at least 80 people on that concert.
Which
no,
concert?
it was like
No, it was
so
less. It
the
was
second
50.
one, the actual first big one.
Where was it?
So
Adams
Club
Club.
Adams.
Do not recommend.
Maybe that's not a good thing to say right now
Look,
because they hate us
no,
already.
no shout out to you, Club
No
Adams.
shout out to Club
Whoa.
Adams.
We have beef with you.
Basi-
We literally have.
I'm sure there were at least 80 people in that club.
There were 50,
and you
but
and you gave us money for 40 people. You
Because
said
they
you
didn't
made
make any profit,
you
so
made
they're really mad.
you made
And
money.
then the-
You said you made money for 40 people, but there were not 40 people at that.
so
concert.
basically
Yeah.
what happened is
At least 80.
you know how teenagers tend to pirate stuff.
Yeah,
So
I'm very experienced in that.
yeah.
Okay.
And like there's these ads that are like don't you wouldn't steal a movie or something.
Oh yeah.
But those are not us. Like all the people that came in just like brought in drinks
Yeah.
for themselves, so the bar didn't make too much.
Any money.
Like it's not even older people. There were like 4 people probably that did that. So the bar
I
was
saw
like,
two.
huh?
I saw only 2,
Yeah.
and
one of
was
them.
and one of them was Yasna, who drank her drink outside, tried coming in, then realized she was going in with a drink, went outside, finished it, threw it out, and then came back.
And
Right,
it wasn't
so-
even like only alcoholic drinks. Like they were mad about water.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
they were super mad about it, and they decided to cut half or. Well, not half.
Half.
It was probably a
$100.
third.
Yeah, and they
$100
called us.
$100. He
like-
he said he made $400, and he's taking 100 from all of
Right.
them.
So because he
Yeah.
didn't.
But there were
apparently make
not
enough money.
40 people in
Yeah.
that on that
Uh,
concert.
so there were
That
like
I'm sure.
I'm
of.
pretty sure we had 50 people watch us, and Cry Underwater, of course. Shout out. We
Shout out
love
to
you.
Cranter Water.
Love
So
Cranberry Water.
basically, what happened
No,
is
no shout out to Crandall. They did not come on the podcast.
They
Yeah.
should be. Neji and Bovi are coming in. Boris.
Are they? Because
They-
Because
Neji,
Neji said,
Neji said he's shy.
I don't know. I was talking to Boris, and Boris was like, "Oh yeah, me and Neji will come." I don't think
Oh, okay.
Neji
So
knows.
maybe they will.
Okay,
But-
if you come, shout out to
Shout
you.
out to
If
you,
you
but
don't,
otherwise-
no shout out.
No shout out.
So yeah, basically the staff members were a bit rude, I would say. So yeah,
I am still
like,
mad about
I saw like one of my dear friends. I need to stop saying dear friends. This is
One
so
of your dear friends.
One
One
of my dear
One of our very dear
Oh,
friends.
okay, so one of my friends had a water bottle that was from a different brand. So one of the staff members took it and like hit her head with it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "We do not sell this water here." So yeah, they were pretty mean, but
Yeah,
also the
it's-
concert was really fun, and there were flashy lights.
Wow, that's
Flashy
fancy.
lights.
Sound guy was chill,
Yeah, some guy was very chill.
but the rest was a alcoholic woman and alcoholic man.
The man had like a good set of
Stop,
3
stop
teeth in
this.
his mouth, and I was so mad
Bro,
about
he
it.
doesn't. He probably doesn't even know English.
No,
It's
I
right,
was
but-
so mad about it because he just like called us and he was like, you know, that was not really ethical and it was not okay for you to do that. And it was like, we didn't do anything. Like, it's not, we can't stop people from
Right.
bringing drinks. We
Bringing
can't stop like
yeah.
teenagers
That's-
from bringing
like,
drinks.
I would have somewhat understood it if Joro actually took the role of the guy who takes the money, but it was the guy himself who let people in with drinks.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
how is that our fault?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, but
But
I hope our Bud Rock. Do you know what Bud Rock is?
But no.
That's
no.
like all the Rocky songs you hear on the radio.
Oh yeah.
where the radios
The-
where they say we play everything, we don't play anything but
But
rock.
rock. Yeah.
Right. So that's like the repetitive music to play. And for some reason, the last few days, Steph has like.
That's
misused
Bud
the
Rock.
term.
That's Bud Rock.
He,
Nah,
like,
that's Bud
he
Rock,
hears,
bro.
He hears one song and he's like, "That's Bud Rock." I heard
'Cause
it
I've
once
heard it-
in 2009.
No, because I hear it on the radio, rock
So,
radio.
yeah, the idea of Bud Rock is that it's like songs like Teenage Dirtbag, for
Yeah.
example, and he uses it for songs I don't even know the name of.
The Doors are Bud Rock.
The Doors
Confirmed.
The Doors are not Bud Rock. I have heard zero songs of zero The Doors song on the radio.
No,
Okay.
you're just uneducated and you don't recognize the Doors songs.
Yeah, so
Name one
we hate
Doors
Bud Rock,
song
apparently.
that you have heard.
Riders of the Storm.
We need to stop quoting music on here, because I don't think everybody knows.
Riders of the Storm.
I think we should do
As
a
long
cappella
as I
cover
know
of Where's
that
My
song.
Mind.
I know Riders of the Storm. We should cover Riders of the Storm.
And that's how it all starts.
should
I
cover-
just realized
No, we
I
should
know
cover
that
something
song.
off of Morrison Hotel.
I think we should cover the whole Spotify catalog, so
Yeah.
everybody's happy.
So everybody's
Everybody's
satisfied, yeah.
happy.
Except the drinking music.
Yeah.
So nobody. So Moni isn't
Especially
happy.
the
Yeah.
and Hole.
I think there's been like 4 instances of Moni just saying we should cover that song, and I like Spotify the song because I
no,
don't know it,
woman.
and it's just Blady.
No, that and then also it can be an actually coverable song, but then they just don't take it into consideration because I am the one who suggested it, or
Of
because it's a
course.
female vocalist.
No, because
Whoa! Every single whole song that I have ever like suggested, it's like no.
you
Cornelia's
don't
a
understand
woman.
because Moni wanted me to sit through a 9-minute song.
No, you don't understand because Money doesn't have a.
Stop this. I think this is where we conclude
Yeah, and then
before
also
Steph becomes homophobic, racist.
Nah, just give me
well,
my.
they're not
give-
they're
give
not
me-
sexist, they're just sexist
Give me
towards
the cigar. I'm starting the Andrew Tate
No,
podcast.
I am the only person in the entire band who's actually interested in business and marketing and stuff. Like I read
That
about
is
crypto,
not true.
then I also read about marketing and
That
everything.
is not
but then
true.
but then Coco, like once we were discussing like the business part of the band, Coco was like, you know, you should be the person who takes care of that. However, you're a woman, so it just wouldn't be professional. So he went straight to Steve.
Because I am the other person in the group
You
who
do not
actually.
read. You
so-
cannot read.
So
I cannot read, but I try my best to read.
So the funny
about
thing
it.
is, Steph recommended me this book, and he was like pitching it to me for like 40 minutes, maybe. about
Yeah.
how great it is, and I was like, oh, so how much time did it take to read? And he was like, oh, I haven't read it yet. I'm on like page 20.
Look, I cannot read.
He's still on page 20, by the way.
I cannot read, but
And
I
that's a
know
supposed
a lot.
business book that he has read. That is
Yeah.
a fictional book with some elements of business.
Right.
That is
So
not true.
Steph
It is not a fictional book.
we
It is a real story.
so the thing
It
is,
is not a
It's
fictional
real to him. That's all that matters.
I used to make fun of Steph because in second grade he wouldn't read nicely, and I would just like blab out the words super fast, and I was like the best reader in the class, and he was like pretty bad, so I would just kind of make fun of him, and I still do.
I just
wanted
cannot
to-
read. I still have not learned to read.
He like what he says is like he can read when he reads to himself, but when it's in front of people,
Yeah.
he just can't.
Okay,
He
like,
just
look,
gets shy.
This box and its contents are made with respect for the planet and its people. Stanley, Stella.
right. So he can read a little bit,
Just a little.
Okay,
just
sure,
a
we
little
can
tiny
add-
bit.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I'm like, okay, screw it, and I concentrate and read actually alright, but then you also have times where I'm like, fuck, I cannot read, and I just like stop on every word to overthink if it's that. It's just I cannot read.
Yeah, like back in school when we were in the same class, he used to be like very nervous about it, and I think I was like the sole reason for that, because I would just
Coco gave me trauma.
I gave him like reading trauma, but also I'm pretty sure like other people were like, come on, do this, and I didn't like actually make these comments while he was reading. I would make fun of him afterwards.
Afterwards.
So
Yeah.
I was
So
I was
it's
a
not
bit
as bad.
tactical
Not as
about it,
Yeah.
because other people were like, oh come on, this is an easy word or something, and I would be like. And
This
then afterwards
wasn't
I was
easy.
like, this is, you're so dumb, how can you be so bad at reading? So yeah, our school years went by, it's not like our
Yeah.
shared school years.
Yeah.
we
basically.
didn't. We have to come on here again. We didn't even tell the story of how we met.
Oh, I can tell that very quickly. Basically, in second grade,
he was following me
in
everywhere,
second
and
grade
I was
just followed
and
him
I was
around.
just telling him to leave me alone. I do not want to be friends.
But I didn't
And-
let him
and
because
he
his
did
mom pays
not
me.
let me. He did not stop following me around
Yeah.
until the point I was like, "Fuck it," and we started actually talking.
Yeah, and that was I started doing that in second grade, and he first started putting up with me in fourth. So you can imagine the
Wow.
dedication.
Yeah.
That
Like
took a long
we
time.
had this whole inside joke where even if he died, I would just be like, "Hey Steph, what are you doing? How are you?" And I would just stick like with his dead body until he answers me. So yeah, I was pretty annoying in second.
Oh, that story was. We should go more in depth on that, on what you did with my body.
By the way, kid, he made that up. I had no of it. I think we should go in depth about our failed YouTube channels.
We had a trio.
We had Bryn Trio, which was the Fortnite channel, which was like
Who was the third person?
Dinko.
Dinko.
We had like a friend Dinko, and he and we played Fortnite together, and we were like, we should start a channel. So I started making the thumbnails,
Look,
and we would just play.
I was down for it only because I was amazing at trick shots.
Yeah, so we made like 4 videos.
They sucked at everything. I was good at everything, and they claimed I sucked at everything, and they're good in only one thing. But in reality, I was good at everything, and they were just jealous.
Right. So the thing that happened.
I beat you in a 1v1 in Fortnite. I don't know how. Could
I don't remember. Oh wait, yeah, I do. Okay, so the thing is, we made those videos and we got no views. So
We got views.
Do you
later.
remember the way we got views? So basically, we went
Very
on like
legit,
this website, which was like a follow for follow website, and there were like different options. And basically, it's like a coin system. So you follow other people and you get coins for that. And I made a whole Twitch channel because Twitch gave the most points, and I would just follow people on Twitch, get a bunch of coins, and then split them between views and subscribers.
I did not know how that side works. I was just looking at my email and I was always gaining. That guy subscribed to you.
Yeah, so we got like 120 subscribers, and we were like, thank you for 120 subscribers on our Instagram, because we had an Instagram as well. And then like the next day we had 100 instead of 120, because people like would just follow and then unfollow, and then we went back to like
Which
50 or
Instagram
something.
account was with my email for something, and Dinko had it and changed the password and made it into some clan's email.
Yeah, we just for some reason, well, for obvious reasons, we stopped YouTube
Yeah.
because it was embarrassing. I
No,
think
look,
even then we were embarrassed
Interesting
of it.
history.
Look, just Fortnite got bad.
Yeah,
again.
that as
Yeah,
well.
too.
Didn't
And
you
then-
play Fortnite like this year? Like
That's
you
different.
had a Fortnite era this
It got
year
fixed
as well.
though. But
He
basically,
forced me.
no, you forced. This is a story for another time.
I said,
Yeah, and
let's play
afterwards he started playing
Fortnite
League.
once,
Oh,
and
boy, that's
and
even
then
It was
he
like
worse.
1
kept
month of
on
them
saying,
talking
let's
about
play Fortnite, let's play
Nothing else.
Fortnite, let's play Fortnite. I said it once.
Anyway, Dinko like switched the whole Instagram when we stopped playing Fortnite to some fakey clan Fortnite, and he just started using it to post like his clan's content. And then that clan died, unfortunately for everybody, and Dinko moved to Austria. So,
He's,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's in Austria.
right?
I don't know.
Uh,
We don't keep in contact.
we don't keep in
Yeah.
touch with him, unfortunately. I'm sorry for just me thinking of Rin Trio. And then we had another YouTube channel.
You get emotional. No, we do not talk about that YouTube. This
I'm
is
already
this is
intrigued. I wanna
this
know.
is
I
a
don't know.
door in my life which we do not open.
So basically, what happened?
Thank you for opening the door.
We were like the two masked YouTubers that don't remember the exact name. What was
I
it?
remember the
What-
name
what
and
is
I'm
it?
not
What
telling
is-
you.
It was so funny. Please,
I'm not telling
please
you.
tell the name. Please tell the name.
Mystery guy.
Yeah, alright, mystery guy. So
we had a
the
We
whole
had a
idea.
profile pic.
The whole idea was we would just be with masks and do whatever, like a normal YouTuber. But for
Yeah.
the first episode, which didn't broadcast, but we decided to do it on one of our classmates' birthdays, and we didn't have masks. So do you know what we did? We just took like napkins from the dinner table in the restaurant, and we
Did we
just
cut them
basically
up?
we cut up some eye holes, and then like the other people were staring at us, you know, making the YouTube video, and we were like,
What the fuck are those kids doing?
we were holding up the mask with one hand. And being like,
It was just a
"Hi,
piece
guys."
of paper cut up.
and then we were thinking of ways to like match our masks so we were better YouTubers and stuff, but the project didn't go forward, and probably the
like
only
so
instance of
upsetting.
it. The only instance of this project is
the
probably if you go
existing-
to the Wayback Machine on YouTube and search up Mystery Guys on YouTube, and you will see like the channel with no videos. Thankfully, no videos. We had a whole idea. We had like YouTube video ideas made, and there was like a Terraria gameplay and stuff
Yeah.
with our masks. And at one point, I was like experimenting with putting like stickers over my face, like online stickers, because
Yeah.
I didn't want to buy an actual mask. And I had like a cat emoji. I don't think you even you know this.
I don't know that. and
Yeah,
I'm glad
because
I
I
don't.
had like an editing software because I wanted to be a YouTuber so bad, and I had like this editing software, and you could like track your face and put a
Yeah.
emoji on it. So I did that with a cat emoji for no reason, and I didn't even show it to him because even then I thought, okay, that's awful. So we dropped the project. My favorite project.
You should make a tribute song.
Yeah,
Sunset
we
for
should,
Project,
Boy.
yeah.
we should make a Mystery Guys revival after this.
With paper.
It was so bad.
They were napkins.
They were literally dinner table napkins. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, didn't we go to the like restroom and get some of the napkins from
no,
there?
No, they were dinner table. They were from
Oh,
another
the fancy
table.
Yeah,
ones.
and-
And the staff was looking at us really weird.
Yeah, because you know the birthday was on one table and then we just went on another table to start
Oh,
filming the
Which
content.
was because the birthday was in the smoker zone and we went to the non-smoker zone
to actually
film
film,
it.
the
And
content.
in the non-smoker zone is where the staff usually
Yeah.
hangs out. So and there were no people there. So all the of the staff's attention was towards us.
Did I mention we also talked in English?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
really?
We were third grade.
Oh boy. That's,
So-
I had perfect English in third.
No, you didn't. I don't think either of us did. So that made it even worse.
Good thing we don't have any proof of that.
I think I might actually.
You
I'm
might
not
have the
sure.
video.
Yeah, I think
I-
I might too.
I might
no,
have, like,
we
a
don't have
video.
any proof of that.
No, we'll look through for
yeah,
videos.
You gotta
No,
But
I know I
Even
have.
if we find any,
Look, I know I have proof of it. No, we do not have
please
proof
show
of
it to me.
We do not have proof.
Even if we find proof, it's never going to leave our
Yeah.
galleries.
It
Because,
was with your Samsung recorded the video with the napkins.
Okay, I probably have it then. Cause okay, I'll make sure to find the video afterwards.
Yeah. Send it to me.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, for
Hi guys.
research purposes.
Yeah, research purposes.
Hi guys, we're Mystery Guy. I'm pretty sure that's what we said.
Hi guys, we're mystery guys.
Mystery guy. Why did we even think of this? I'm pretty sure there was an inspiration behind this.
I remember
Probably.
I set up the YouTube channel on my mom's laptop.
He used to have two laptops. One was from 2007 and one was a MacBook, and he would just switch between them while we were talking on Discord. And like he
When
had
did
a
that happen? No, I have never had the two laptops in my room at the same time.
no, you had like one at your mom's and one at your dad's, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. So when he was at his dad's, he would play on 2007
And
one.
I could only play Minecraft with
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
FPS.
when he was at his mom's, he would play on a MacBook, and he
Fortnite
had
with 60 FPS.
he had a super fancy MacBook because he had like the stand and then this like
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
full blown setup and then a MacBook on it.
But the thing was, that MacBook was from 2017 and ran Fortnite like crazy. Like I had alright graphics and 60 FPS.
Yeah, my computer crashes from Fortnite, so
My-
we've had it started crashing a lot this year for no reason. So while we were in our Fortnite era, we would just be like in top 10 and my PC just crashes.
And I had to carry as usual.
Yeah.
He first forces me to play Fortnite, and then leaves me in the end of the most intense
And we were playing
game.
Arena.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We were actually pretty good. Like we had a bunch of wins.
Should we be ending?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I don't-
think
I-
I
Whenever
think
you guys want, yeah.
Because no, look, it's just
We might never stop.
yeah,
we-
we will
if-
never
if
stop.
we
I got
can-
more batteries. It's okay. you know?
if you let us continue, we will not stop.
Yeah.
Like it
So-
will be a 4-hour episode.
Okay, we
we
can,
have
we
a
can save
lot.
some for next time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so when there is the next time, I think we should keep some.
So
things to
catch
talk
us
about.
guys on Fortnite lobbies and
And
on
Mystery Guys.
Mystery Guys.
Mystery Guy is always up and running for you guys.
Right.
This is not the. You will never know who's the real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Who-
we're not actually.
We're
Mystery
not
Guys.
actually them. We just know about them.
That-
They were
right.
friends of ours.
Yeah, and
Their identity remains a mystery even to us to this day.
so subscribe to Mystery Guys and Moni Bomboni Terminatora and see you next time. And also Bulls Aquaparons
And follow Putbonis.
on Instagram. Yeah.
I need fame. Hit me up.
All right.
Yeah,
Single,
he's trying to be
single,
the most famous
single
in
and
Hollywood.
ready to mingle.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Moni,
so-
кажи нещо.
Outro.
Outro.
Take a knife and drain your life.
So, you've met me at a very strange time
Time
of
of
my
my
life.
They were doing this at my place yesterday. I wanted to kill them.
All right. So
Fight Club
this has been Tchavda podcast with
Inaudible.
Inaudible.
Three
Hope you
members.
guys
60% of inaudible.
60%.
60% of
Next
Inaudible.
time at least 80.
Yeah.
Next time live.
We can't promise
unplugged
100
show.
because Timo.
Because Simo is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Simo's unpredictable, but at least 80.
At least
Yeah, at
80%
least
of
80.
inaudible.
Yeah.
And plus guests.
Plus guests.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, with guests.
You
Okay.
can bring a random person and just say their own
Right.
number.
I
They'll
Let's
just
just
sit
like
there.
bring everybody we've
no,
mentioned.
look, I almost brought Yasna to this.
I think we should bring everybody we mentioned,
Yeah.
except for Mystery Guys, because we
don't
can't
know.
show
We
them.
don't
We can't show them on
Look,
camera.
we'll just edit it later and record another thing of us having the conversations with ourselves.
Mystery Guys.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why
Okay,
would
so
you say
thank you
that?
for having us.
Yeah, thank you. I'll
Yeah.
shake everyone's hands. For some reason.
Except for hers.
She's a woman.
She's a
don't
woman,
touch her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This has been Tchavda podcast with Inaudible. I'll see you next time or something.
Hopefully with an audible again.
Hopefully-
Yeah, with
not.
all of
Yes.
them. With all.
Yeah,
of them.
with
Yeah.
all of us.
All right.
Hopefully.
See
And
y'all.
guests.
see-
Mystery Guys.
Mystery guys.
And mystery guys are coming next time, guys. For sure. We'll bring them.
Okay,
Biggest collaboration ever.
you're
So,
right.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
we'll let you finish.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'll see you all some other time.
I need to
See
get
ya.
my ring.
We did it.